All right, guys, you see this thing behind me? It's like a little cube, stacked up on top of each other, and they hold these things called books. It's a bookshelf. Holds these things called books that you read. I know it's crazy. People in our generation, some of them still actually read. But that all joking aside, I do want to encourage you guys to pick up a book and start reading. And here's why. I got 3 main reasons for you why, if you don't read and you're a young, ambitious man, why you should. The first one is the fact that if you want to be really good at something, you want to be successful, you have to get a lot of knowledge and experience in that field that you're focusing on. And the only way you can do that is through, actually gaining the knowledge and experience of doing it. You're working hard, all that stuff. It takes a long, long time, especially if you want to be a master at something. Or, it's not as good as going and figuring out on your own. You could read a book of someone who spent their whole life, studying this one thing. And you can just read them, someone who's already done it, and absorb their knowledge. It's not going to be as good as if you went through the whole experience yourself, but it's better than just trying to figure it out on your own. It'll accelerate your learning. So you can just pretty much absorb what someone spent a whole, 10, 20 years learning, and you can learn it in 5 hours. And honestly, everyone I know who's really successful in business either reads a lot or used to read a lot. They all all the podcast people I listen to, Alex Ramosi, Iman Gaji, Hamza sometimes, just other people, anyone who's really good at business, they read, either self-help or business books, which is what I would recommend reading. There's reading little fantasy books, which, hey, at least you're reading. I'm okay with that. That's how I started, getting into reading, is because, I had stricter parents. They didn't want us to be on our phones all the time. So I would read for entertainment because that's the only thing I really could do. And I kind of enjoyed it. And then I really got really passionate about business and success. And I just kind of split from there. Now pretty much my whole bookshelf is just full with business and self-help and self-improvement lifestyle books. So I love it. I love reading a lot. All right, now moving on to the second reason why I should start reading is reading does not cause a dopamine spike. A lot of people are like, I don't need to read a book about how to communicate. I can just watch a couple YouTube videos. Well, if they're good YouTube videos, then they'll intrigue you. They'll probably be a little clickbaity. They'll get your attention because they want views. They don't want you to learn. Obviously, learning is good, and some of them do, but you got to understand when you're watching YouTube videos, even this one, I want you to watch it and I want you to learn it, but I want views. I want people to watch it all the way through. So there's a double side to it. While it's just a book, they just want you to learn. And obviously they want you to read it so it's good, but they want you to learn from it. But in YouTube videos and other stuff, other educational reels, it's kind of two-sided. You got to look at it. Yes, they want you to learn, but they also want you to keep coming back for more and more tips or whatever. So not necessarily bad, but something you got to be watching out for. So for the YouTube stuff, they'll pack a lot of, or any other social media, they'll pack a lot of dopamine things, edits, whatever it is, so really cool B-roll to make the videos more interesting. But also because of that, you could be like, I'm just going to learn this educational video. It still will affect your brain where, you're learning something when you're watching a video, and then now you just had a little dopamine spike. So your brain, as soon as you have the first one, your brain wants more and more. So that's why I think so many times you start I'm going to hop on YouTube, watch this educational lifting video. And the next thing you know, you're on there watching random Mr. Beast videos, or you're scrolling just because your dopamine, you get a little bit and you want more and more. Your brain wants more and more. So your advantage by reading is you can learn, get inspired, have time to reflect without all this, coming at you. If you're watching a video, yes, you can hit pause, but when you're reading, since it's more active, you can't just passively read. You have to actually do the reading yourself, instead of just passively watching a video. Is that you can anytime you're reading, you can stop, reflect. That's why it takes me a long time to get through self-help or business books, because I'm reading something that's oh wow, that's so good. I literally just have to stare off in space and just think about it for a minute or two. Oh, my posture's really bad. My chair is terrible because every time I sit straight, it squeaks. So I'm like this, but it's bad. I gotta have good posture. All right, so yeah, that's your advantage by reading, because everyone else is just watching videos, thinking it's gonna help, and they get distracted a lot. The third reason is that you get to change your environment by reading. And you can kind of get this from watching videos. Once again, that comes with some other costs too, like I just explained, the dopamine spike and just wasting your time. But by spending time reading books, you spend time with the authors, how you change your environment. So I'm never going to meet these famous authors or these famous business people, but I can spend time with them through their work, through their written word. For me, as a Christian, it's the same thing reading the Bible. By actually reading the Bible, what God through his prophets wrote, I'm spending time with him and learning more about him, changing my environment and changing my paradigm too. That's for this, back to the business and self-help stuff. You kind of change your whole perspective, just shifts that's possible. It's possible to make this much money. It's possible to change this many lives. So it's a really cool way to change your environment. You can still live in your same, little whatever situation you're in. Maybe it's not so good, but you can open up a book that's inspiring, gives you hope, gives you some motivation. Man, yeah, if this person can do it, because you're reading, they had the same struggles, and so can I. It was really motivating. On also little side thing, reading books as a young guy, I think it's honestly pretty hot. Maybe that's just me, but so many people don't do it. So many people are just brain rotting or scrolling. So that's your fourth little bonus reason. I think it's cool. You get to have your bookshelf. You get to talk about. I mean, that's one of my favorite questions. Starts like, oh, what books are you reading? I don't know, it's just the best way to pass on information and share about what's going on in your lives, what you're reading, what you're learning about. So with that, hopefully this video makes you want to read books more, encourages you, especially if you're ambitious. Maybe if you are learning from YouTube or other, social media, maybe you're switching more to business books instead of just watching videos because you understand, like, yeah, maybe don't feel like working as much after I watch a video. Rather, if you're reading a book, you just feel motivated, like, yeah, I'm ready, I'm locked in. So with that, remember, the best is yet to come, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.